day that I murdered my man. The sun shone so bright in the sky. The breezes blew gently down Main Street. The people walked peacefully by. He eyed the department store windows. He hadn't a care in his mind. His smile was so carefree and hopeful, his manner so pleasant and kind. He hadn't a clue what would soon hit the fan. The day that I murdered my man. The day that I murdered my man. The pressure was building inside, the noise in my head getting louder, the smell of his breath by my side. We passed that old guy by the tire store. He gave me a devilish grin. I glanced at the bright neon church sign that beckoned us both to come in. I averted my eyes and I pondered my plan. The day that I murdered my man. Now honey, if you can still hear me, it's true there are things I regret, but I'm gonna tell you quite clearly that this isn't one of those yet. The day that I murdered my man, we made our way into the park. Not too many people around, beginning at last to get dark. We sat by the water together. He asked me if something was wrong. I simply replied with whatever. I knew that it wouldn't be long. He said, girl, I'm doing the best that I can. The day that I murdered my man. The day that I murdered my man. He didn't expect in the least, and I learned that there's really not much to distinguish a boy from a beast. I still can recall all the details, how I slipped out the gun from my bag, how I love that old Second Amendment like I love the American flag. And I thank the Lord that there wasn't a band the day that I murdered my man. Now honey, if you can still hear me, it's true there are things I regret, but I'm gonna tell you quite clearly that this isn't one of those yet. The day that I murdered my man, I believe that I started to shake. I felt such a thrill in my bones as I rolled him off into the lake. I could hear the cathedral bells ringing. There were red sunset clouds in the sky. The birds in the trees were all singing, and I knew the real reason why. Then all the way home I just laughed as I ran. The day that I murdered